Hello and welcome to Essentials to Heal Yourself. I'm Laura Lee Humphreys, and today then I'm going to talk about one of the natural laws or principles of creation, and that is the one of cause and effect or consequence. And what this law says is that for every action, there's an effect, there's a consequence. And it reminds us to really pay attention to what are we thinking, what are we doing, what are we putting out into the world, because there are effects and consequences that are going to come back to us that we then get to experience. Now, as a caveat, when I talk about natural principles and natural laws, then one of the first things that you're going to say to me is, well, Laura Lee, duh. That's so obvious and common sense. And that's precisely the point. Natural laws and principles of creation are very simple and obvious, so much so that we want to just discard them and ignore them and think that we are immune to their effects, especially when it comes to this one. So I'm going to give you an example of cause and effect in action as it relates to your health and diet. Okay, and it's something that's very blatant. We all do it. It's very obvious to see. But what I want you to hone in on as I'm explaining this to you is really think about yourself and how this shows up in your life, how you respond to this principle of cause and effect or rebel against it. Okay, so we start out in life when we're young as children, exploring the world. We want to try everything because it looks good, it tastes good, it's sweet, it's colorful, it's crunchy. All of our friends are doing it. The media pushes all kinds of foodstuffs on us. And so the immediate thing is, I just want to eat whatever I want to eat. I don't care about the consequences. I want to eat when and what I want. Okay? So when we're in this stage of dietary awareness, we are really coming from a childlike state of mind, of consciousness. And it's a throwback to our toddler days when we are exploring and we want to try everything under the sun because it tastes good, looks good, without any thought for consequences. So years go by, sometimes decades, whatever, and you're eating this way. Just eat whatever you want. I don't care. I like it. It tastes good, and consequences be damned. And if somebody were to tell you, you may want to just kind of step back and think about the effects, the results that your actions are having on your health. You may want to practice a little bit of self-restraint and moderation, maybe even some self-responsibility about what you're eating and how you're taking care of your body. If somebody wants to tell you this when you're in that stage, you'd probably become highly offended and angry and say, how dare you impede on my right to do whatever I want? Again, that's a very childish approach to anything. So years go on, and one day you find yourself not feeling very well. You don't have a lot of energy. You got brain fog. You can't think straight. Your abdomen hurts. It's inflamed. It's bloated. It's swollen. Whenever you eat certain things, then you get a big stomach ache or a lot of gas. You're constipated. Your joints don't move very well. They're always in pain. So you trot yourself off to the doctor, and they slap a couple of labels on you. Labels like, oh, now you have diabetes. Now you have inflammatory bowel disease. Now you have arthritis. And you ask your doctor, well, how could this happen? You're aghast. How could life give this to me? It's not fair. I don't deserve it. And you say, well, could anything in my lifestyle have created this? And your doctor goes, no. Diet has nothing to do with this. Just go on doing your thing. Here's some drugs. Really? So let's break this down. Society, and especially including the medical establishment, they want to reinforce this childlike mind state of consciousness in that you can do whatever you want. They want to reinforce this mindset. However, as you can see by my example here, there are consequences. There are results and effects of such poor choices. And so the responsibility now falls on you to take ownership of your choices and your thoughts. And a lot of people refuse to do this. They want to have somebody else do it for them. They want a magic bullet, a magic pill to make all of their ills and their pains go away magic. Again, this is a very childish point of view and state of consciousness. So now I ask you, how free are you really? You started out wanting to live in a, quote, lawless way, thinking that you do not have to follow and live in harmony with this natural law of cause and effect and consequences. And yet now here you find yourself enchained. You've built a prison around yourself that shows up as pain, aches, brain fog, a body that doesn't work. It's now falling apart. You can't do the activities that you wanted to do or that you once could. Is that really free? I mean, really, think about it. So this is a prime example of the blatant refusal to live in harmony with natural law, and a couple of examples of how society enforces or encourages us to not live in harmony with natural law, and in fact, encourages us to refuse to acknowledge it and want to believe that natural law has no effect on our experience. So I want to point this out to you. Just check this mindset, check this attitude and bias that's so prevalent in society everywhere, because that's one of the problems, in my opinion, as to why we have so many issues with a dysfunctional society, is because people refuse to live in accordance with natural law. And it shows up in our health. And I get it. We all have our moments where we want to like just go off the trail, so to speak. I do too. There's days when I'm like, I don't really want to go out and exercise. I don't really feel like it. Or I haven't had chocolate or dessert or sugary thing for a while. You know, I think I'm just going to indulge myself. We all do that. Okay. The point is, how long are you going to let yourself go off track and stay off track? Or are you going to bring yourself back to eating what you know you need to eat to keep your body healthy? So, and what is that? Well, there's thousands of people in every culture for thousands of years have figured this all out. It's very well established, scientifically proven. You can look up a gazillion amounts of literature and research and recommendations on what does it take to keep a body healthy? What kinds of foods and diet is it? Well, it's primarily plant-based, regardless of whether or not you like that. I really don't care. It's primarily fruits and vegetables, nuts and seeds, legumes, real actual food that is made from a plant who's growing in the dirt that Mother Earth created. It's not some fake food package plastic thing made and manufactured in a plant owned by a corporation that's been stuffed into a box or a can, is loaded with fake flavors, fake food, fake flavors, fake colorings, fake nutrition. That's not food. That's the very thing that is going to create the disease that we just talked about. And then additionally, really monitor and minimize your consumption of animal products. Again, I don't care if you don't like this. That's been well documented. People in all cultures, the longest lived, healthiest cultures on the globe, all eat minimal animal product. So there you have it. That's an example of cause and effect, the principle or natural law of consequences, and how it shows up in your state of health. Hope you enjoy it. And so think about this week, think about, how is this showing up for you? How fine-tuned is this for you? Are you following in harmony with it? Or do you let yourself slide for months and months and months until your body's aching and screaming in pain and telling you to get back on track? Okay. So if you like this video, please comment your thoughts below, share it, subscribe to my channel. And if you look down into the description of this video, you will find I have a free gift for you. And it is 3 essential keys to help you improve and turn around digestive issues like constipation, bloat, irritation, inflammation, sugar cravings, etc. So grab that. The link is in the description below this video, and I will talk to you soon. Take care.